Hi, it's Tim Kelley again. The next few videos in our series on the new paradigm of business are going to go over some very important topics related to a key aspect of the new paradigm, and that key aspect is that of motivation. In the new paradigm of business, how will we motivate employees? How will we motivate the workforce? So referring back to some of the earlier videos, a very important topic we discussed was that of money and motivation, and breaking down the limiting belief that it's actually possible to buy performance and to pay people to do their very best. We went over the research and showed why that's not true. Another key limiting belief is that work is a necessary evil, and this belief is designed into economics in the sense of utility, which is that my goal in work, according to the economic models, the traditional ones, is to minimize work time and maximize leisure time, because work is something I do only to earn the money that I need to live and to spend it enjoying myself. So if we remove these two limiting beliefs, it creates a very interesting possibility, which is that of creating a very high performance, highly motivating culture which inspires people to do their very best at work. Now, this is something people talk about a great deal, but as we've discussed previously, unless we replace greed as the fuel, that is the primary driver that motivates people, this is not really achievable. Now, this raises a very important question. If we're not going to use greed as fuel to drive the economy, to drive business, what will we use instead? I raised this question several videos ago. So these next few videos are going to be exploring specific alternatives to greed as fuel, specific high-performance cultures that you can implement in order to highly motivate employees. Now, in order to put this in context, I'm going to refer back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So money primarily hits Maslow's hierarchy at the second level, the safety level. That is, if I have a roof over my head and I can get the basic things that I need, if I can feed myself, which is actually the first level, and take care of my family's needs, this is what we primarily use money for. Money secondarily hits at the esteem level. That is, if I'm being paid well in a way that reflects well and gives me a good image, money also provides some esteem benefit. But it generally doesn't reach higher than that unless you're Bill Gates and you have so much money that you can spend it in massive amounts, in effect converting it into self-actualization by using that money to make the world a better place. For the rest of us, if we want to create a high-performance work culture that really inspires and motivates people, what we need to do is to appeal to our employees' higher-level Maslow needs, specifically the self-actualization need. And this is something I've found that CEOs are terrible at, that we as business leaders are not trained and generally do not think in terms of how to create a culture that appeals to and helps employees fulfill their self-actualization needs. In this situation, if we're successful at this, what we're doing is we're using money, we're absolutely still paying employees in simple, predictable ways and fulfilling their lower level Maslow's hierarchy needs with money. This gets them to show up at work. And then appealing to and helping them fulfill their higher level Maslow's hierarchy needs with a high performance culture. This then gets them to spend the discretionary effort, the extra effort that we cannot require of them, that they must volunteer in the workplace, rather than punching the clock and taking their extra creativity and their extra effort elsewhere to derive their self-actualization needs through projects at home and at church, and which they may choose to do anyway, but to make the workplace a powerfully motivating, self-actualizing workplace. This is what the next few videos will be about. So I look forward to talking with you about these very important, very interesting topics. After that, we're going to wrap up this phase of the video series, and then I'll start doing interviews with people who have seem to have features of the new paradigm of business at least partly figured out and are advocating for specific aspects and features of that new paradigm. Talk to you again soon.